awesome PowerPoint. And it's no big deal it's not there because there really isn't much to it. It's just a little background for you. It's trying to give you some tips that I have found successful in my career. Again, this is just me, Dan Kuznik, teacher. Okay, I mean, I'm not the best teacher in the state. I didn't win National Teacher of the Year, so I'm obviously not the best teacher in the nation. That's a science teacher from a science middle school teacher in Oregon, Mike Geisman, awesome teacher. And I've already been replaced. 2009 Indiana Teacher of the Year, Tanya Harmon from South Bend, ENL, I think, first and second grade, Warren Primary Center. So you just got to realize that there's a bunch of teachers out there doing great things, and you need to take advantage of that. When you start in your school, don't go in your room, shut your door, and try and figure it all on your own. Ask for help, because it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And one thing that can help you with that is a little phrase that I've learned at one of my conferences that I attended this last year. Mary Beth Legend, who was the 1998 National Teacher of the Year from Minnesota, she uses the phrase QTIP. QTIP, you know what Q-tips are, I can tell you about that. But and she actually brought a bunch for us, and she had us break them out. I'm not going to do all that. But QTIP stands for Quit Taking It Personally. And that little phrase will help you be a successful teacher, I guarantee it. Quit taking it personally. And with that, let me tell you a few stories. My first year teaching, 2001, started in September. Third day of teaching was September 11th, 2001. I'm in charge of high schoolers. I'm trying to talk to them about an important event in our nation's history, obviously. I'm a math teacher, by the way, but you got to take advantage of the moment, right? You got to take advantage of the moment. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to talk to them. They're not even listening to a word I'm saying. They don't care. In their mind, it's not that important because they're freshmen. Took it personally. Later that year, was teaching my algebra class. I had a student in the back of the room, way in the back, like some of you are sitting way in the back. And he was doing nothing, sitting there doing nothing, had no pencil, no paper. Please don't yell at the kid for not bringing a pencil. Big deal. Give him a pencil. But I gave him a piece of paper, I gave him a pencil, still sat there and did nothing. A little while later, I walked over, I thought, okay, maybe he's in the back, maybe he can't read what's on the board. And I had the kids working on an equation. So I started reading to him what I had on the board. I said, okay, 2x plus 4 equals 10. Not even that hard equation, I hope. That's the exact equation. That's how burned this is in my memory. 2x plus 4 equals 10. He turned to me, and I won't use the colorful language that he used. But he, with the F-bomb, said that he could read. Nice and loud for the whole class to hear. What do you think my reaction was? Okay, so now I'm heated. My blood's boiling. I'm furious. I'm kicking him out of the room. I'm sending him to the hallway. Go away from me out there. I run onto my desk. I write him up. Send him to the office. Don't talk to him. Just say, get out of here. Go to the office. The dean of students to this day teases me about that because he says the only words he could read on the referral form were the cuss words. That's how mad I was during that whole incident. I took it personally. He wasn't attacking me. He tried on his bad day. He probably broke up with his girlfriend that morning. More times than not, that's what it is. He probably had a bad night with us at home. I don't know what happened. To this day, I don't know. Because I didn't, back then, I didn't build a relationship that he built. I took it personally. Even this past year when I was still in the classroom, you would think with this title as Teacher of the Year that my year would have been a little easier with students, with parents, with colleagues. No. I had parents that would say, well, my son has a C. Why does he have a C? Aren't you the Teacher of the Year? And you know what the inside of me wanted to say. Well, he would have probably had an F if he didn't have me. I didn't say that, though. We move on. I had a young lady who I could not get to focus and pay attention to my class. She's one of those students who you will have that has a comment for every single thing you say. Everything. Some of you who are student teaching now probably know exactly what I'm talking about. They exist, and you will have them often. She is one of only 3 students students I sent to the office last year. Only 3 the entire year. My first year teaching, I spent a little more than that. But now, my goal is to always talk to them and work with them. But see, one day, we're going back and forth a little bit. I couldn't get her to stay focused. I couldn't get her to be quiet. I reassigned her seat. I tried to redirect her, use proximity, all those great tactics that she hadn't learned. She'll learn soon, hopefully. And nothing worked. So eventually I had to send her out in the hallway. I left her out there for a while, give her a minute to breathe. Went out to talk with her while the kids are working on something. Calm voice. I've learned how to stay calm no matter what the issue is. That's the big thing that will be successful in your career. Tone of voice makes a huge difference, folks. No matter how ticked off you are, you have to use the voice I'm using right now. Because if you start talking loud, they're going to start talking even louder. And please know this. When a student talks loud to you, it's not automatically disrespectful. Not automatically. Research will show you that students who come from poverty, speak loud. They just talk loud. Now, we can teach them to talk quieter and calmer and say, I'm not yelling at you. They don't think they're yelling at you. They think they're talking normal. So we teach them that. But I'm out in the hallway talking to her, and I will not tell you her name because my luck, one of the professors here is her parent, so I won't tell you her name. But she was talking to me, and I said, I was just trying to get you to calm down and focus so you can learn this lesson. And she goes, well, now you just called me out and set me out in the hallway. And okay. Went through all my tricks that I've learned over the years. Nothing was working. So eventually I had to go to the office. But no longer, like my first year, did I just write a referral form and send her on her way. I walked her down to the office, talked with her the whole way. Now, of course, I have another teacher watching my class. Don't think they're by themselves. Another teacher watching my class. Walk her down to the office, and we get there, and she stops foot in the door, and I say, okay, when you walk in the door, you don't just stop here. And she says, you know what? And I'm thinking, oh, wait, we got connected. She's going to say something great. We're going to be okay. I can go back to class. No. She says, you know what? You have a real attitude problem for Teacher of the Year. And in my 7 years, I finally learned I did not take that personally. I actually started laughing. I said, you know what? That means you're actually paying attention in my class. You're not focused, I didn't think, but you're paying attention. You know what's going on. And once you can learn not to take things personally, your career will skyrocket. It will skyrocket. Who cares if they don't bring a pencil? Who cares if they didn't do their homework? Now, when I say who cares, you know what I mean. I'm not saying don't have any emotion at all. Okay? But use them as teachable moments. Don't use it to chastise the students, so now they hate you, and now they will never learn from you. Never at all.